I'm back in the bed. I'm back in the bed. Everybody's asleep, so I decided to be loud again. Today, I want to discuss a serious, dire issue. The new DCU, by like James Gunn and stuff. I have a bunch of like demands that like are like essential for a beautiful superhero story. Wale akalayo, even though my hair's a mess, I'm junky, funky, musty and dusty and everything in between. You are beautiful no matter what they say. Words can bring you down. No. So don't you bring me down today. Okay, time to like actually discuss this. James Gunn, please, if you hear me, James Gunn. I have like a list of like 3 things. First, number 1, Wonder Woman. We don't have like any Wonder Woman movies or anything. I know that I'm literally freaking Batman, but bro, Batman does not need all that freaking representation and media. Why does Crypto, a literal dog, have a show before Wonder Woman? Y'all just hate women at this point. But anyway, so the big three, 2 of them already have a movie out, already have movies out. Robert Pattinson is playing Batman, David Cornsweet is playing Superman. Now we need Wonder Woman, of course. Wonder Woman should be played by a Greek woman. Blue eyes, black hair. She needs to be, I don't even really care about that, but like the most important part, she can just be like any type of Mediterranean, but the most important freaking part, y'all, she needs to be taller than Robert Pattinson and David Cornsweet. I feel like that's kind of like the hardest part, but yeah. She must be able to actually act. She must be able to actually freaking act. I think we've seen an example of when a Wonder Woman can act. Gal Gadot. Anyway, yeah. None of that. Hello, no! Funny business. None of that. Please, like, actually lock in. Okay, number two. The Flash. I love The Flash. The Flash is like one of my top 3 heroes. I think it's like Superman, Spider-Man, The Flash. I love The Flash. It's amazing. He's amazing. Grant Gustin returns as The Flash. I think this is kind of what everybody is like hoping for, and I'm hoping for that as well. He returns as The Flash. Barry Allen, The Flash. Dye his hair blonde. I feel like that's not like the most dire thing ever, but I think it would just be more comic accurate. But I'm not really looking for comic accuracy here. The first movie, I think the first movie should be him and the Reverse Flash. I think it should kind of like follow like CNW's lead with like Dr. Wells and stuff like that, and him being actually like Eobard and like being a mentor and then betraying him. I really like that. And Eobard Thawne will be played by none other than Anthony Starr. Anthony Starr is amazing. I think his acting is amazing. He delivered an insane performance in The Boys. If you haven't watched The Boys, watch The Boys. It's amazing. Anyway, this will blow everybody's minds, honestly. But not only will this movie show Bartholomew's struggle with the Reverse Flash, but also at the end of the movie, we get introduced to the GOAT, my goat, Wallace Rudolph West. Boom! Cinematic masterpiece, roll end scene credits. Yeah, I just think that I really like Wally West, and I kind of want him to be more of like the main Flash, but only like in later years, because I think Barry Allen like right now would be the better option. I think that would just be the better option. We still got my boy, Frightening Freddy Faz, back there. You see back there. Back there. Lastly on this list, we have a character nobody really talks about. I don't really know anything about this character. I'm not like the freaking prophet or like the most knowledgeable person ever about this character, but nobody talks about him. The BJ, not Green Lantern, Booster friggin' Gold. Okay? I think he needs to be blonde. I think he needs to have green eyes or blue eyes. I don't really know. But in light of there being a Blue Beetle film, say that 5 times fast. I talk too much. In light of there being a Blue Beetle film, I think that there should be a Booster Gold film, like obviously. And I think he ought to be gay. Not gay. He doesn't have to be gay. I think he needs to be charismatic, young, like in his 20s, like Blue Beetle, and in a homoerotic friendship with Blue Beetle. Or should I say best friendship. Yeah, that's like literally all I want him to kind of be, like that close personal relationship with Blue Beetle. That like kind of sums everything up that I wanted to say. Like that's everything except I have one more request. James Gunn, if you can hear me, James Gunn, please. I want to talk about Supergirl. Okay, the Supergirl film was a freaking amazing. I think it was the best thing. It wasn't the best thing ever, but I think it was amazing. I think 9 out of 10. 8. I think where was the Pegasus? The movie could have been longer. There wasn't enough dialogue. What was that needle drop? It could have been the why was there a cover? It could have been the normal song. But it is from the perspective of like a 13-year-old girl, but still, there should have been more about Kara overall. Yeah, but what I want to talk about Supergirl is her and Lena Luthor's intense sapphic energy. Let's just say, suggest in one of if James Gunn decides to make a show with these characters, or just a movie or anything, let's just say they kiss just once, and after this kiss they can't face to look each other in the eyes anymore, and this bottles up intense lesbian power and energy until one day they start yelling at each other, and until one forgettable, beautiful day, they start yelling at each other and confessing feelings they had not known they had, and they end up beautifully expressing their lesbian love in ways that lovers do. Absolute cinema. Yeah, I'm too lazy to edit this video, so I'm just gonna, I don't know, I might edit it just a little bit. I think I'll post more if I want to. I think I want to talk about like stuff that I want to talk about. Yeah. But that concludes my TED Talk. Thank you for being here with me, and agreeing with me. If you don't agree with me, tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heart. But yeah, James Gunn, if you hear me, James Gunn, please make this happen. Yeah.